Hello, welcome back to the garage. Hope you're having a beautiful day. 60 degrees here and sunny, beautiful weather. We had the coldest winter in history, well, recent history, and then we had the coldest summer in recent history, which is like the last 80 years for both, I think. So having a 60 degree sunny day this time of year is very, very welcome. Even though it's been very hot, I've been out here grinding, welding, fabricating, doing everything it takes to get my truck back on the road, which it is finally back on the road. And I'm going to do a video showing everything that I did to it in great detail. And yesterday I finally got the steering damper on, which is the last thing I needed. I do have to put the front drive shaft on, so I'm going to have to get a drive shaft cut down. I've got my measurements already. It's going to be about 8 inches shorter than the stock drive shaft. But the drive shaft I have from the donor is very, very rusty. So there's a brand new one online. I'm trying to get a hold of the guy and connect him off of Marketplace. And he's got a brand new Spicer brand drive shaft for $100. So I'm going to buy that and take it to we have a great drive shaft shop here in town or in the nearby city. And I'm going to have them cut it down for me and balance it. Even though it's a front drive shaft, I could probably do it myself. I'm not going to use it that often. I just feel better having them do it. They did my rear drive shaft, and I think they did a good job. Paid a lot of money. I got the front one, or the rear one, I got cut down when I put the transfer case in and the transmission. And then I got all new U-joints put on it, 4 U-joints, and a new center bearing, center support. And they balanced it, shortened it, and everything. And they did a really good job. So I'm grateful to have a good drive shaft shop nearby. They're not, you don't have one in every city. So we're really, really grateful to have one of those here. But anyway, I was out taking the dog for a swim. We got a little rain yesterday, so the creek was up, and it filled up the beaver pond a little bit. And she was glad about that. I took her to the park yesterday, but just took her to the pond today, and she went for a little swim, and I checked my mail on my way back. Now, I never check my mail because I don't get any mail here, so this is all junk mail. So I get these advertisements from the local or a nearby town, and that's basically all I get. I get stacks and stacks of these, and I've learned that if I just leave them in there and they stack all the way to the top, then the mailman will throw them away for me. So I don't even have to go in the mailbox most of the time. But occasionally I do get something delivered here. And today I was very surprised to see I got a letter marked the Blue House Guy. So I don't know who sent this. There's no return name, no return address. It's postmarked from a nearby city, but Blue House Guy. Now that's an unusual way to label a letter. Either he doesn't know my name or who I am, or he doesn't want me to know he knows my name or who I am. And either way is fine. I'm happy to get a letter. I can't remember the last time I got a letter, so how often do you get a letter in the mail? And how often do you get a letter in the mail that on the back it says, you have yourself a fan club? Now I knew when hold on. Got a nice breeze here today. Now I knew when I saw this that I really don't have a fan club. So I knew this was going to be interesting. Whatever was in this envelope, I knew it was going to be interesting. Now, I wish I did have a fan club. I've made some friends along the way in my years, and never enough to assemble a fan club, though. A few might have come close. But anyway, they may have gotten disillusioned later. I don't know. To my knowledge, I really don't have a fan club, and I knew that this was not going to be announcing my fan club. I knew whatever it wasn't really a fan club. Can you imagine coming home and getting something like this in the mail? I mean, it's just the outside. It was the anticipation was something else. So anyway, I did open it up already. I wanted to make sure there wasn't anything. I wasn't sharing anybody's private information. So I did open it up and read it. So what it is, it's a bunch of printouts and cutout, and there's Sharpie highlighters on the names, and it's a posting from Facebook apparently. He cut it up enough to where it doesn't say what page it was on Facebook. I would imagine it's the local town page, and that's fine. I think he did a pretty good job of keeping that privacy, which I don't know if that was his intent, but anyway. By the way, this guy has some very shaky writing. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it is quite shaky. And if you're out there, if you're listening, I hope you're okay. I hope you're well, taking your medication, and doing things to steady your hand, whatever. I'm not sure what's going on with you, but you got some very shaky handwriting, and I don't know. I just hope you're okay out there. But anyway, so these postings, I'm not going to show them because of privacy, but first one is it's the old the woman smelling the rose, that one. You've seen that one on Facebook, right? It's the woman smelling the rose. And it says, anybody driving up whatever road in whatever town on a motorcycle, be careful. The nutcase next to blank area is throwing rocks in the road when he's walking his dog. So apparently it is not the cars running off of the road that my neighbor Lynn called the police on me for in a previous video you might have seen. It's actually me throwing rocks in the road when I'm walking my dog. Now, don't quote me on that. Don't take me out of context. That was a joke. That's not reality. So, the wind blew it away. We got a beautiful breeze today, too. So then, Lynn says in the comments, he's been doing it for a while and is a menace. Also stands glass bottles in the road. I moved the bottles 1x, rocks 2x. So I guess that's one time, and she's moved the rocks 2 times. Then she posted again. Now this was back in April, apparently this was posted. Someone is going to get seriously injured by those rocks. So all the rocks laying all over the earth, including the ones in the road here, are going to seriously injure people. So be careful. Then the guy that made the original posting said, it's a matter of time before I introduce myself. I try to keep to myself, but this is getting ridiculous. Now, another guy says, slap him up. This guy named Josh. Please don't slap me up, Josh. I can assure you, my parents did enough of that when they were raising me. And I turned out to be a fine, upstanding member of society. I don't need to be slapped up anymore, especially by people that are threatening people with violence on Facebook. So, yeah. So this is actually more comments of the same comments printed twice. Then, picture of the guy that made the original posting's truck. And the truck is, I know this truck, it's a service truck, and It is parked in front of some other trucks. So maybe he's working on those other trucks. But it's not a picture of his truck in the yard, which he does take it home. So I know where his house is. And then there's a picture here of his house. And it says the name of the house is written across it with the same writing that's on the envelope, it looks like. So, I don't know. What do you think? My first thought was, this is a third party sending a copy of this posting off of Facebook, just letting me know that my neighbor's talking smack. A different neighbor, not Lynn, who we all know has talked smack and lied about me. But this is a different neighbor, apparently. And I thought this guy was warning me about that guy. But the more I think about it, the more I think it's the guy that made the posting. He doesn't know that I've already heard about this posting months ago. So he wanted to print all this out and mail it to me. So I knew he was the one, or he was letting me know that I'm on notice for my heinous crimes. And maybe that's what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. But I was disappointed to find out I really don't have myself a fan club. But in fact, I have another neighbor who's you should see the way he drives. He's a piece of work. And I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it. But anyway, gonna keep moving on with life. My truck is done. I'm ready to make a video. I put the steering damper on yesterday. I need to do a little bit more alignment work. I'm gonna try to make a couple adjustments right now. And then I'm gonna make a video showing everything that I did to the truck. And I feel I've been notified. And I'm gonna be watching out for this Josh character in case anybody starts throwing slaps around. I'm going to make sure it's not Josh, because I don't want to get slapped by Josh, who I think I know who Josh is, and I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be hard to find out. So I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be hard to find out where he is, but everybody knows who I am. Everybody knows where I live. If they want to come talk to me, all they got to do is swing on by the garage, and we'll have ourselves a little powwow. We will come together and reason amongst ourselves, if they so desire. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're having a great day, and I hope the weather's just as nice at your place as it is at mine. Take care. God bless.